Thank you, dear Rama. Always the good words here. Then, dear guests, dear Excellencies, Ambassador, dear Rabbi Tawil, dear Rabbi Magolin, member of the community, dear Georges-Louis, dear David, dear friends. It is a great honor to be here with you again tonight for Chanukah. Every year, it reaffirms the deep bonds of friendships and shared values between our city and its Jewish community. Standing here next to you at the doorstep of the European institution shows the profound importance of the European Union in fostering unity, tolerance, and the defense of democratic principles across our continent, principles under threat today. We gather tonight for Chanukah, the Festival of Lights, in a moment that is both meaningful and heavy with emotion. Tonight in Brussels, we begin by remembering the victims. Our thoughts go first to the victim of the anti-Semitic horrific attack in Sydney. Men, women, and children who were gathered in peace to celebrate life and faith, and who were targeted simply because they were Jewish. Brussels stands united in mourning with their families, with the Jewish community of Australia, and with Jewish communities across the world. We know this pain all too well. We remember for innocent victims of the anti-Semitic attack in our Jewish Museum here in Brussels on May 24, 2014, where innocent lives were stolen by anti-Semitic hatred right here in our city. In every act of hatred and terror, we are reminded that anti-Semitism is not a problem of the past, but a present threat that demands courage, clarity, and action. This tragedy reminds us why we must continue to defend one another against hate wherever it appears. It attacks not only Jewish lives, but the very foundation of our democratic societies. Here in Brussels, the capital of Europe, the struggle for dignity, security, and coexistence takes on a special role. Our city is home to a vibrant Jewish community of some 20,000 people, one of the Belgium's largest, with roots tracing back over 700 years to the 13th century, despite centuries of persecution and resilience. For generations, Jewish families have contributed to the city's cultural, intellectual, and economic life, from the arts and science to education and business, helping shape the open, diverse metropolis we cherish today. Today, this community thrives through over a dozen synagogues, including the Great Synagogue of Europe, multiple schools, the Jewish Museum of Belgium, and a dynamic associative wall of NGOs, cultural institutions, forming a vital part of Brussels' multicultural identity. They are all neighbors, all colleagues, all friends, and guaranteeing that security is not an act of generosity. It is an essential duty of democracy and of our city. This is why we need always to go further with this fight against intimidation or violence. Our response will always be one of protection and solidarity. Beyond security, there is also a need to build, to educate, to connect, through education and culture, we strengthen the very foundation of democratic societies. In that spirit, the future European House of Jewish Culture, soon to open here in Brussels, stands as a powerful commitment. Led by the European Jewish Community Center, it will be not only a place of memory, but also a vibrant space for dialogue and learning. Right next to the Jewish Museum of Belgium, which will itself soon undergo a major transformation, this house will be a place where Jewish culture is celebrated as an integral part of European story, and where future generations can better understand the the richness, creativity, and resilience of this heritage. You are building bridges where others will build walls. You are reminded us that the essence of Chanukah, light overcoming darkness, is not a legend, but a living through. So tonight, at the gates of the European institution, in the heart of the Union's capital, the light of the Chanukah also symbolizes an ideal vital for our common future without hate and terror. Each flame we light together is a statement. Brussels will always stand with its Jewish community. Europe will always stand with its Jewish citizens. To all those who spread light rather than fear, who choose dialogue over silence, who choose peace over indifference. Chag Hanukkah Sameach.